humanitarian partnership camp is ground zero for the multitude of people who have come to help Sorland in our time of need. We are here to inquire about the security of the old Civil War landmine fields.
My name is Daniel Perkins. I work for the United Nations Mine Action Service, and we're here as part of the broader humanitarian effort. Initially, we're here to assess the situation and to provide any technical assistance to the humanitarian community and potentially the soil and ground forces. From what we know, there were 10 minefields that date from the Civil War, of which 7 have been cleared to international standards. There remain 3 minefields in the area around Lister, and up until the time of the recent hurricane, they were marked clearly and were due for clearance at some point. What we do not know yet at the moment, as at today, is whether the hurricane or flooding has carried any of those mines outside the marked areas. And so we are working both with humanitarian partners, soil and ground forces, and we very much like to ask the communities in and around Lister Lighthouse in particular, whether they see anything, any flood damage, either to the minefield markings or any debris on any of the roads. So that is the appeal from the United Nations Mine Action Service in order to help the area get back to normal. It is possible the mines were buried in the ground and have been buried in the ground for some time. If the ground has moved, then the mines may move with it. So if there is a large amount of earth or debris on a road, people please report it, and we will do our best to investigate that along with the appropriate agencies. The advice is to stop, if they're possible, to call their local authority, police or local authority, and help will be brought to them. Obviously that will depend on the situation and a number of factors, but we would endeavour to make the response as fast as possible. But we're not here to replace the general abilities of the Sorland authorities. We're here to help advise where appropriate. I do not have any detailed information about that incident that you refer to, other than the soldier went found himself in the middle of a minefield. There are dangers involved with being in a minefield. Those who are used to working in them have procedures in place to ensure their safety, and so the advice is not to go anywhere near a minefield. And all those here in Sorland should have been marked. Any changes in the markings, please let us know. At the moment, compared to the humanitarian situation that we find ourselves in, it's a relatively small problem compared to the major problems of flooding. We are here to enable the safety of both the humanitarian teams and, most importantly, Sorland population. So we don't yet see it as a major risk, but if Sorlanders think differently, please get in touch and we will do our utmost to tie that down.
As you've heard from the UN Mine Action Service representative, the risk of landmines is relatively low. That being said, please avoid any obstructed roads that are flooded or covered in debris. If you do notice any roads of this obstructive nature, please get in contact with the local authorities, as they will be able to contact the UN Mine Action Service in order to come and assess the situation. If you cannot reach the local authorities in person, we will provide at the end, at the bottom here and at the end of this transmission, a telephone number and an email address which you can contact us at the Sorland Post, which then we can contact the UN Mine Action Service to get in contact with you. Just to recap briefly, 7 out of 10 minefields are secure. The 3 existing unsecured minefields are currently being assessed by the UN Mine Action Service, and they are doing all that they can to prevent the spreading of these mines due to flooding and landslides. That being said, do not approach any unmarked areas or even the clearly marked areas. The safest course of action that you can do is to stick to clear, unobstructed roads. Thank you so much. This has been Ula Nordman reporting for Solon Post.